Hello guys, how are we all doing? Welcome back to my channel folks. Today we are predicting the second round of the 2025 Betfred World Matchplay begins at the Winter Gardens on Tuesday. So check out Chris Hammer's match by match predictions, best bets and suggest Aka. The World Matchplay Darts 2025 last 16, day 4 predictions, betting tips, Aka, order of play and TV time. Before you get into YouTube channel, please hit the subscribe button. We saw seven seeded names going out. The likes of Luke Humphreys, Nathan Aspinall, Damon Heta, Rob Cross, Peter Wright, Dave Chisnell and Ross Smith all gone out. Are we going to see any more in the last 16? We're about to find out. So first up, Gian Van Veen versus Danny Noppert. People will argue about anything on social media, either whether Gian Van Veen's victory over the defending champion and world #1 Luke Humphreys counts as a shock or not, considering Coolhan had reached 11 of the last 18 major finals, winning 8 of them, including this year's Premier League and the World Masters, and Van Veen's best has been a European Championship semi-final in 2023, then I think it's fair for a media to brand in a shock or a comprise an upset. But there were plenty of reasons to think Van Veen could win, hensely why I backed him to win the whole thing, and now he finds himself favourite to go one step further against another ice-cold customer in Danny Noppert. The classy way Van Veen handles him on stage and his calm demeanour away from it suggests he's the kind of player who will be able to cope with this kind of pressure, and he won't be fazed by the threat posed by his fellow countrymen. But Noppert brushed aside misfiring Cameron Menzies 10-2, but this will be a much tougher assignment that I expected Van Veen to win this one 11-8. Second matchup, Gian Van Veen and Danny Noppert played 9 times and it's currently 5-4 to Van Veen. I'm going for Van Veen to win 11-8. And then Wessel Nyman will face James Wade. Wessel Nyman joined Gian Van Veen in springing another one of those expected surprise, knocking out Nathan Aspinall in the opening night thanks to one of his finest performances on the big stage. Nyman averaged almost 102 in fired in 8 180s and converted 62.5% on his doubles during an entertaining clash, and now he's rated favourite to see off another former champion in James Wade. The machine won't take two, kindly seeing those odds, especially after averaging over 104 in an extremely clinical 10-3 triumph over a struggling Joe Cullen. He's also beaten Nyman in all 3 of those previous meetings, so a good record, and currently 3-0 to James Wade. Wade has identifiably more experience of dealing with the pressure of the big stage, but just because his seasonal average is never extramonacal, we must never underestimate what Wade can do. But when he's in the right mood, while I fancy the Englishman to win the match, but I do feel Nyman will boast the most 180s, so combining 2 gives us quite a nice prize. But I'm going for Wade to win this one 11-9. Third up, the match we're looking forward to, Stephen Bunting versus Gary Anderson. Undoubtedly the match everyone is looking forward to the most, as 2 of the biggest crowd pleasers in darts come face to face at the Winter Garden. Stephen Bunting politely suggests in his post-match interview after beating Ryan Joyce on the other night that Gary Anderson isn't as good as he was 3, 4 or 5 years ago. The statistics will tell you otherwise. The Flying Scotsman, who was averaging in the mid-90s during a lean spell in his career around 2021 to 2022, and it looks like his best days firmly behind him, is still playing fantastic darts and will fancy his chances of lifting this trophy. His seasonal average of 98, still in the top 4, but on the circuit he's won a couple of titles, and seriously challenged for the Grand Slam glory as recently as last November. The time is running out for him as things stand. He's probably the more dangerous than he was 5 years ago. All that said, I'm giving the edge Bunting to come through a high quality fare, but bookies can't split them. The Bullet has shown tremendous character this year to shrug off his Premier League disappointment to reach more finals on the circuit than any other player, with won 3 of those, including in the stage events in Bahrain, Riesa and Copenhagen. His average since the start of June is 98.79 and third only to Josh Rock and Luke Littler. So I do feel he's a worthy favourite, but no matter who wins, but this one should be a prime for a bucket loads of 180s, although you need at least 14 or even money. I'm going for Gary Anderson to win 11-9. Gary Anderson had a great record against Stevens, 16-5 in Anderson's favour. I'm going for Anderson to win 11-9. And then the final match on, Johnny Clayton versus Mike De Decker. Johnny Clayton's resurgence this year has been fantastic to see, and it would be no surprise to see him reaching the latter stages of a third major in a row. The Ferret has been playing like a man on a borrowed time, but ever since admitting back in December but that his days at the top could be numbered, but was nearly awarded and with glory at the World Masters and the UK Open. Clayton, who has won 2 other titles this year, producing a highly impressive performance against Martin Schindler in round 1, which he almost averaged over 100 for the 7th time in his 14 matches in July, while he's also thrilled the crowd with 8 trademark finger points, but another similar display. Should he be too much for Mike De Decker, who hasn't been operating at the levels we know what he's capable of in recent weeks, but only managed a 93 average in a 10-7 victory over Dave Chisnall last time out. De Decker is known for his maximum hitting prowess, but he's only managed 5 in 17 legs against Chizzy, and the way Clayton is playing, I wouldn't be too surprised to see an upset in that market, but I'm going for Clayton to win 11-7 because Clayton's got a 5-2 head-to-head record as his favour. So that's my predictions then for day 4 for the World Matchplay in the last 16. Leave on your comments below and we'll see you in the next one. Bye, peace out.